Hello again, folks. This is part number 5, but day number 8. And today, hopefully, by the end of the day, the machine will be reassembled. So lots of progress done in the last couple of days. Here's a shot of the tub. As I said, I preserved the original decal and the paint. That's not in too bad a shape. The front is a little scuffed and chipped, but the side looks really pretty good. So that's clear coated to protect the decal. And then the top of the crown, after, oh gosh, probably hours of sanding and then buffing with red jeweler's rouge, and that's followed by Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, we've got pretty much a mirror shine there. I could work on it some more, but I'm under a time crunch here. So this is going to be the finished product. And actually with some usage, it'll, corrode, not corrode, get aluminum oxide is actually what happens to it. So it'll get duller. But the maintenance people here at the museum can always give it a buff with Mothers every now and again to keep a nice shine. So that's enough on the tub. Let's walk over here. Here's the lid with that decal preserved. Let me see if I can turn this around so it's the right. There we go. So success in preserving it. And that was a bit of a process. I cut out a piece of plastic, clear plastic, very thin, that was the same size as the decal. I traced it, and then overlaid it with tape, clear tape, and then cut the tape to about 1/8 of an inch of the, or 1/8 of an inch overlapping the decal, and then painted it and then stripped it off. So as I mentioned, I thought there would be a nice silver border, which there is all around. So that's the aluminum underneath, and then primed, painted, and finally clear coated to preserve that decal. Over here, I'm going to skip the power unit for now. We've got the wringer assembly put together. For those that are attempting one of these restorations, I always leave the handle bare metal, and I buff it so that, again, with Mother's, this is going to come to a mirror shine. You could usually see your face in that little knob there, which I think is sort of cool. And constant touching and use of that lever ends up wearing the paint off anyway, so that I leave that off. And as I mentioned in other restorations, I also do not paint the index pin. So those are left unpainted. And then after assembly, there's always a little bit of touch-up. So the bolts have to be hand-painted, a little bit of hand painting around the connection there to the frame. Various things like these pins with the cotter pins that hold the wringer hanger brackets on. So that's just always par for the course. You do a little bit of touch-up, some bolts, for example. The little cover for the cantilever here, which lifts the index pin, it's still being, where is it? There it is. It's drying, so I'll put that on a little later tonight. And there's the wringer post. Switching over here, I've got the agitator cap polished. You can see myself in it there. That's all that's going to be polished, because of course it's going to be subjected to detergents and what have you, so it would dull up right away anyway. There is the agitator post that I'll be putting, of course, into the tub tonight. And then, I should backtrack here. So after the tub and the agitator post are assembled, then of course that goes in on the legs there with the power unit underneath it. So over to the power unit. I want to give those who do these restorations a little tip, because I found this out for the first time on this one. So this Model 30 is, as I mentioned, from February of 1934. And this eccentric cover is flat and has bolts, which I did not recognize because, let's just swing over here, in the manual, the parts manual, in subsequent years, they call it a silencer spring right here. So somehow I guess it makes it a quieter operation. But you can see there it's got cuts, so that's a little bit of a spring instead of the flat piece. So that was new to me, because I've worked on two 1935s, and they have the silencer spring rather than this flat plate. So 1934, they hadn't come up with it yet. So I think that's about it for now. Assembly will take place tonight, and we're hoping to do a demonstration tomorrow. So I'm going to be working late tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.